picking back up with the story.
But we had lived in our house for 44 years, raised the kids there, and I was very sad to have to leave. Plus, it was very hard, a very hard job. We had tons of stuff that we had to get rid of because we moved into a one-bedroom apartment. I was happy there, though. And then we had to move again because Bob wasn't happy. And then that's where he died 3 weeks later over at the new place. And then I moved back as soon as I could get an apartment.
So how did you meet Daddy?
I met him through my friend. He was her kind of boyfriend. I think they were more friends than anything.
And what did you like about him?
I didn't like him at first.
Well, when you did like him, what did you like about him?
I don't know, Kathy. I mean, there was lots of things I liked, lots of things I didn't like. But we were just young and silly, and we got married. Then we made the best of it, or I did. That's about all I can say about that.
How did he propose?
Kathy, I ain't going to go into that kind of stuff.
Well, I'd be curious to know. I don't know any of the history of it.
He just said he's going to go to Chicago and get a job. And if he comes back, will we get married and he'll take me up there.
And you thought?
I said, yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
And he didn't like it once we got up there. But we did go.
Okay. So, did you like Chicago?
I didn't like it or dislike it. I was just young. I didn't care where I was. We stayed probably 3 months, 3 or 4.
And then I came along.
Later.
Yeah.
Much later.
And that was happy times?
It was happy times, but you were a handful. You screamed almost nonstop. I had colic, and it took us both to take care of you. He would hold you while I eat, and I would hold you while he eat. And you were mean, and never got better.
We'll stop on that note.
No, let's talk about you. Let's talk about all the times that you locked me out, and all the times that you pulled pranks on me. Went to the laundromat. You took all my change and put it in the pop machine. And I didn't have money to dry my clothes, and I had no cell phone then. So here I go walking, carrying a basket of wet clothes. And Bob was supposed to come back and get me, but he went home and went to sleep. And then once you went in the room where they had the breakers, and pulled all the breakers. I was folding clothes, and here all these washers started stopping, lights went out. Looked around, and there it was Kathy.
Well, it's a good thing you started watching me better, I guess.
You was old enough that I shouldn't have had to watch you. You was about 4. You was old enough
4?
to know not to put my money away.
Right. Well, glad to see things have gotten better since I was 4.
No, you're still the mischievous person you always was.
And would I get that from you or Daddy?
Not from me.
So Daddy?
My dad was watching a ball game once, and you went in, and he didn't talk to you, didn't answer you. You went and got the salt and pepper shakers and filled his hair full of it. Poor old thing would come out shaking his, out on the porch, and he was shaking that out of his hair. Salt and pepper. Oh, don't whoop her. Don't whoop her.
And did you?
I don't remember.
Well.
If I didn't, I should have. You didn't get enough.
And what did Papa think of my name?
He didn't like Kathy at all. He said that's not a name. That's just short for Catherine or Kathleen.
See, I could have been Kathleen from the Manor.
So he wouldn't call you Kathy. He called you by your middle name, Elaine.
Yeah.
He never called you Kathy.
Well, 7 years later, when Travis was born, you want to talk about that?
You were not too happy then either.
No, I mean, you want to talk about Travis. That's enough about me.
Travis, I mean, he was a good kid. He was sick from the time he was about 5 months old. He had asthma. But he was not the same meanness like you. You wanted to have fun. You would lock me out almost every week. We'd go over to the landlady's house. We paid rent by the week then. We'd go over there to pay rent, and I would talk to you, and I would say, today you are not going to do that, are you? No, I won't lock you out, Mommy. And then here you'd start running, and you'd go in and lock the door, and I'd have to stand there and beg till you opened it for me. Every week.
And what about Travis when he did a similar
Travis
thing?
locked me out once, and I told him I was going to call the police, and he opened it. But you wouldn't.
So I think we know who was the smarter of the two of us.
Well,
Would you agree?
no. I don't know how that makes you smart or not smart. But anyway, you were very jealous of him when he was born.
Would you say that ever changed?
And still, no, it never changed. Still till this day you're jealous. And you're jealous of Maggie. With no reason to be jealous of either one of them.
No.
No.
Because Travis has too much on him.
Travis does have a rough time.
Yeah.
With no help.
And I'm a piece of cake life. I'm loving cake like you.
Well, Travis has more than average trouble.
Oh.
You know that.
And I just have average trouble.
You have average like I do.
Okay. Well, thank you for your insights.
Yeah. Right.